At the Rose Garden lunch today, Senator Mullin. Appreciate your time, sir. As always, we love having you. You know that. So
Thank
you're
you.
at the Rose Garden, and I know there's a lot of politics and vitriol in the air, but I was surprised. Get your take on this. Mr. Trump not really pulling the trigger, like non-essential workers who should remain forever non-essential, or a lot of Biden-esque Democratic programs that they put on a year ago to get reelected. We don't need them. And I know Russ Vought was pictured as Darth Vader, but there was no trigger pulling, Senator Mullin. What's up with that?
Well, you know, I was actually sitting with Russ Vought, and we had a long conversation about what the next move of the White House, because of some of the court cases that have taken place. The president is limited on what he can say, so that's probably why you didn't hear the as you would say, the trigger pulling. But the president was in a great mood. I mean, I've been around the president a lot. And sometimes in the middle of the day, he's busy and he kind of goes through the motions. Today, what they didn't see after the dinner was how much time we spent in the Oval Office, how much time he a lot of times doesn't like signing things in the Oval Office, especially when he's with members, because it sometimes is distracting to him. But he was autographing things. He was giving people hats. He gave me a Bible. That's a King James version with President Trump's Trump 45 version, and signed it. He was just in a really good mood. He talked a little bit about maybe some ongoing negotiations. He kind of hit it around with Ukraine. He hinted a little bit when he was talking, if people caught the remarks. So the president was focused. You know, he calls it his swerve. The president can handle so many things at once. He's not like some people where they have to get focused, hyper-focused on one thing. He handles so many different things in one day. That's why he's able to accomplish so much. And so while the shutdown is going on, he knows, Larry, there's nothing he can do at this point, because it's not like we can negotiate with the Democrats. The Democrats are trying to hold the American hostage over $1.5 trillion to put in the waste, fraud, and abuse that one big, beautiful bill cut. We're giving the same language to them that they've already voted on before 4 other times. So there's not any room to negotiate. So the president, in my opinion, was probably like, hey, there's no point in talking about this, because you can't negotiate with crazy. The Democrats are either going to open the government or not. At the same time, we're moving on, and I've got things around the world to do. And so it was a great lunch.
Speaking of around the world, Senator, you know, you and I have talked about foreign policy. Apparently the Trump-Putin meeting in Budapest, Hungary, is now off the books, and that's a little bit concerning. Now, I don't know enough about it. It comes from, I guess, the Secretary of State Rubio's meeting with Foreign Minister Lavrov. But Putin remains intransigent. I think that's part of the story, despite Mr. Trump's best efforts at some kind of peaceful accommodation. That can't be good, and it concerns me.
No, I wouldn't be too concerned about it, Larry. Here's the deal. The president doesn't like to have meetings just for the sake of meetings. There's a lot of politicians that have meetings to schedule the next meeting. The president wants to make sure we're going to have a positive outcome with this upcoming summit. I wouldn't say that it was a bad thing to push it off. The president just wants to make sure it's a productive summit when they meet. They're still negotiating some issues. I've got to be very careful what I can talk about here. But at the same time, Putin has signaled in the past he wants to meet, he wants to find a peaceful solution, but then his actions after the conversation doesn't always back up what the conversation was about. So I think the president is addressing this very open-minded, very optimistic, but he wants to have, as I would say, all the ducks in a row, that when the summit takes place, they can come out with a positive result.
But I hope you're right. I mean, I truly hope you're right, because there's an awful lot at stake there. Anyway,
I agree.
Senator Markwayne Mullin, we appreciate your time. I know it's a busy day. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, folks.